my beautiful bookish friends, I'm Bowen and welcome to my July vlog. As I mentioned in my June vlog, I'm going to give myself quite a bit of grace in July to just read whatever I want to, what I'm in the mood for. I'm not going to try and hit a certain book count or a certain page count or read in a specific format, like try and read a lot from my physical TBR. If I just want to read all month on my Kindle, I'm gonna 100% allow myself to do that. I have read 4 books on my Kindle so far this month. I did start another one, but it's a college university baseball romance, and I don't know what it is, but college romances always feel just that slight leaning towards YA for me, and it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And I don't know whether or not that's just because I personally didn't go to university and I never had that experience. So in my personal lived experience, schools when I was a kid, when I have a job, was my adult life more than anything else. But I understand that that's not the case for everybody. I just wasn't vibing with it, so I've not DNF'd it, but I've put it down for now, and I might pick it up later on in the year. It might just take me a while, but I'm just not in the mood for it, quite frankly. So I think what I am going to pick up next is either going to be Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey or Charlie, Love and Cliches by Ella Mays. I don't know whether or not I have the mental capacity to read anything right now, because I was day drinking on a Monday because my cousin is visiting from China. She's only here for a couple of weeks, but we caught up for brunch this afternoon and we had such a good time. I gave her a couple of the copies of the books that I needed to unhaul. It's only just duplicates that I've got and I've already read. So I've got 2 copies of The Night Circus, and I gave her, like, I'd had 3, so I gave her one of mine. I gave her my paperback editions of The Cruel Prince and Wicked King. I'm seeing her again on Monday. We might do a little bit of a book shopping trip, who knows. But we've got to be careful about how many books that she does get, because she does have a weight limit that she's allowed to go back with, so got to be careful about how much stuff she takes back. And let's be honest, we do need a lot of space for home snacks to take back with her. But for right now, I think I might do try a chapter, because it is still quite early in the evening, and I did pour myself like an entire glass of wine and I've barely touched it. So I at the very least don't want to waste good wine. I will let you guys know which one I pick up. The lighting in this clip might be a little bit dodgy, but that's because the sun is setting and that is the only light that I have at this angle. So I'm a little bit blinded on one side, and if you can hear the cat purring, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because I don't want to move her, because she's cute and she's cuddling up next to me. So I'm gonna have to do this update with a purring cat next to me. She's just too cute, I can't move her. But I did read the first chapter of both Unfortunately Yours and Charlie, Love and Cliches. I think the one I'm gonna go with is this one. I think this one does have merit. I feel like the enemies to lovers thing is more, it's not really founded on anything substantial other than like hurt pride, and I just think I'm not feeling it. Also, first person, third person, we all know that like first person just hits better. So I'm gonna go with this one. Hopefully I will like it more than the last Ella Mays book I read. That one was To Love, Jason Thorne. There was like a questionable consent scene in that and it just made me feel really icky. So hopefully this one is better. I think I'm just gonna get ready for bed. I'm just gonna do my skincare. I still have like half a glass of wine left and I'm just not feeling it, which is, I'm so mad at myself. It's kind of a waste, but I'd rather like throw it away than leave it to go weird and put it back in the fridge. Like, it's just not gonna work if I do that. So it is what it is. It's just half a glass, like I'll be fine. But I think I'm probably gonna remove the cuteness from my face, get into bed and read this curled up in bed tonight. Cat pillow. No. My little cuddle monster, aren't you? Oh no! No! The tassel fell off my bookmark. Oh. That's very sad. Oh. I'm gonna try and fix it, but I will fail. Oh, man. So it's like 3 a.m. I did go to bed at like 8 o'clock, but I woke up at midnight. I have to start getting ready for work soon-ish. I say soon-ish because I have to leave for work at 5:30, so it's going to be like a really slow getting ready. But in the meantime, I have been reading a little bit more of this. I am literally maybe 50 pages away from the end at this point, and I don't know whether or not it's me or the book. Because you know when you have those moments where I'm not sure whether I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed or whether or not I put the book down at the wrong point and then picked it up again at the wrong time, or I should have just carried on with it. I'm not sure. But basically, I feel like this has gone from 300 pages of tension, which I was 100% here for, to that annoying couple. You know, the one that's going to make kissy faces at each other in front of their friends, instead of actually participating in the group. Like, and having a conversation with other people around you. They're just making kissy faces in the corner, and it's really fucking annoying. And it's just, like, really off-putting. That's what this is giving me right now. I don't know whether or not I put it down at the wrong point and then picked it back up again when I was in a bad mood. I don't feel like I'm in a bad mood, but I don't know how I'm feeling about this. It does depend on how the last 50 pages is going to go. But right now, they are kind of getting on my nerves. Like, I was rooting for them, but my God, they're getting on my tits right now. So I have some news. There's this event that happened earlier on this month. It's called Rare. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but it's the romance reader and author event. And my friend Becca, she got to go, and I was so jealous because I couldn't get the time off work for it, or I couldn't attempt to get the time off work before the tickets sold out. So I just didn't get to go, and I was very sad about it. But she went, so after the event, I messaged her and was like, oh my God, you have to tell me all about it. I'm so jealous. I'm living vicariously through you. Let me know all of the information and tell me how it was, because I must know all of the things. And she messaged me back going, oh my God, it was so good. Everyone was so nice, and she had like the best time. And then she says to me, do you want to come with me to the event in Paris in April next year? So I have a look, I go on the website and I find out that it is actually on my middle day off. So I have the day before the event, the day of, and the day after off. So I can go down the day before, go to the event, and then come home the day after. So it can be like a whole weekend thing, because I have the whole weekend off. So I'm going to Paris next year to go to Rare, and I am so damn excited. I'm so excited. So I fell down a really bit of a hyperfixation rabbit hole, and I made an entire wish list on Amazon of all of the authors that are going that have books either that are free or on Kindle Unlimited. That's basically just like a TBR list for all of the books that we need to read before April. And I've written down all of the authors that are going. Put a red line through all the ones that just write in French, so I know that these are the authors that aren't for me personally. But I've also gone through and like highlighted authors that I've already read. But you've got like Bridget Kemmerer that's going, you've got Penelope Douglas, Donna Alma's going, Dana Ensley, Emily McIntyre's going. Who else was the other one that I was... Willow Winters is going. Author of Mile High, that like I absolutely must read. Liz Tomford. Liz Tomford is going as well. So I have created an entire wish list that I have to read before April. So that's happening, and I'm very excited. So there is that. I will be attempting to film and vlog the experience, but again, it's not until April. So that's quite a big portion of my brand new TBR that I've made. But also, next month is the autumn equinox of Aurelium. Last year, I managed to basically complete the entire syllabus, which is 42 books in 1 month. Don't actually know how I did it. Don't ask me how I did it, because I don't actually have a fucking clue. But I am going to shoot for more of the same this month. It's going to be a challenge, to say the very least. But I'm going to start it a little bit early. I started it last night with Shielded. I got about 100 or so pages into this because I'm only counting books that I finish within the month of August. So even if I read the majority of it not in August, I'm only counting the books I finish within that month as books I read for the readathon. Again, it's 42. I need the biggest jump start that I can get, especially because some of the prompts I'm there going, it's going to be a struggle for me, because I went through what I read last year, and apparently 14 of them were comics and graphic novels, and I only have 8 comics and graphic novels currently, and a lot of the ones I have to read for the prompts are fantasy books, and I read fantasy at a much slower rate than I read anything else. Y'all keep your fingers crossed for me, that would be great, and wish me all the luck, because I'm gonna need it. But there's a couple that I just want to get the jump on, so that's why I've started Shielded already. But I also have to read Yellowface before the 1st. It's the Bunnies book club pick for July, so the live show is on the 1st. So I could pick that as one of my prompts for something, because there's quite a few that are just like really vague, and then there's some like for Shielded that are very specific. So I'm not sure. So whilst editing this video, I realised that I've not actually filmed an outro. So I'm just hopping in here to kind of like end the video and say goodbye, and I realised that July was kind of a pretty much of a slow reading month for me. I didn't read all that much, and to be fair, there wasn't really a lot that I actively enjoyed reading in July either. There was a couple that I liked, but there wasn't a whole lot. But I did enjoy the book in this video, apart from the last third of it, but you know, they can't all be winners. But for right now, I'm just going to sign out. If you got this far into the video, then leave a heart emoji in the comments down below. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been lovely having you here, and I hope to see you in another video coming very soon. Bye.